This is video 9, installing microphones with the security connectors. This is probably the most complicated wall of the point-of-sale display to assemble. First of all, take a shelf and use the silver bolt to screw on the mic clamp stand, as you can see. Make sure the mic clamp stand is secure so it doesn't wobble, because these are going to be mounting the microphones vertically. So please also ensure that the microphones are aligned in the center of the display and they are sitting vertically with the microphones are going to be put inside there. Make sure they're tightened, make sure they are vertical as well, and tighten up the mic clamp stands using an Allen key. As follows. There you have the two mic clamp stands attached to the shelf. Next, take the shelf and insert it into the slat wall below the ATM 350. Adjust the clamps so they are pointing upwards vertically. Then take the security connector, the XLR security connector on the end of the steel cable, and push it into the wired microphone. This is the A6100 microphone you can see here. Make sure that black ring is securely tightened, and take an Allen key and locate a very small recessed screw. By tightening this screw up, it stops people from unscrewing the microphone from the connector, so it's very important that this stage is done. Now put the microphone on the display so it's pointing vertically, and take the next microphone, this is the ATM 710 vocal mic, and repeat the process exactly the same. Put the XLR security connector onto the microphone, push it tight, make sure the black screw is screwed tight, and then take the Allen key again, locate the small screw and tighten that securely as well. So we have the microphones on these retractable steel cables. They are secure so people can take them out, have a look at them, but they cannot be removed from the display. This is one of the important features that we wanted to include on the stand, to let people try the mics, feel them, but they cannot take them with them, obviously. Then repeat that with the other microphones. We have the ATM 610A and the ATM 510. It's exactly the same process. We now look at the next set of microphones. This is the ATM 650 and the ATM 230. So with the 650 you need to put the microphone clamp in position in the same way as you did before. But for the 230, this screws directly onto the shelf, so all you need is a bolt pushed through the shelf and then screw the microphone directly onto that. Make sure both microphones and the holders are securely fastened using the big Allen key. Once it's secure, you can then adjust the microphone so it's sitting vertically against the side. Now take the security connector, which is attached to the steel recoiler, push it firmly into the microphone. This is the ATM 650. Tighten up the black ring around the outside and then use the small Allen key to secure the small screw. This stops the microphone being detached from the security cable. Then you put the shelf into the slat wall and adjust the microphone so it's vertically, and then take the ATM 650 and repeat. Put the XLR cable into the base of the microphone, tighten up the black ring, and then use the thin the thin Allen key to tighten up the screw. All the microphones on this wall will be secured by a steel cable, but it does mean that the customers can pick up the microphones and have a look and feel, see what they like about them. Now, next two microphones are on the bottom. These are the 20 series microphones. We have the 2020 and the 2035 microphone. These use the AT8471 microphone holders, of which two will be supplied with the display. So screw these holders into another shelf and tighten using thick Allen key. Adjust them so that they are vertical because the microphones slot straight into them, as you can see here. Then tighten up the screw on the holder to make sure the microphone sits securely in its holder. Once again, take the XLR security connector, push it onto the base of the microphone, insert it into the microphone, tighten up the black ring, and then use the small Allen key to once again tighten that very small screw, which removes, which stops people actually removing the microphone from the display. So people can actually look at all the mics, but they cannot remove them, and security is very important for the display. All the products on there are secured with a steel cable, but we allow the people to pick the products up and look at them. Then slot the shelf into the slat wall as before. It just goes in at an angle and then pushes down flat, and then align the microphones so they're sitting vertically and neatly, ready to go.